Welcome to another episode of Drunk Cop and a Teacher. Now, if you are following us from our podcast, this is a continuation of an episode that we recently published where we talked about a lot of headlines. We ended the episode with some Xbox news, and then I did get sidetracked. I'm going to blame the other two guys on this. The other two guys pushed me to talk about Halo.
Nobody has to push
and I did. That's true. I did talk about Halo quite extensively, and we decided to cut that out of the podcast episode and just put it as a YouTube video. So just kind of really just me talking about just a fraction of my passion and obsession for this franchise. And so that's what you're going to listen here on this YouTube episode. If you want to listen to, if you want, and this is coming after the Xbox showcase. So just be mindful of that. You know, when you're listening to this, we have not seen the Xbox showcase yet. We recorded this the night before. So who knows what will happen. If you want to hear what my thoughts are and what they showed, you can listen to us at Drunk Cop and Teacher on Spotcast, Anchor, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcast. That will be our Monday episode following the Xbox showcase. But from here on out, it's just me going on about a bit of my obsession with Halo, because here's part of the reason why I'm even more admitting about my Xbox fanboy, obsession, is because they've been really hyping Halo up, like more than any other Halo game I've seen in a very, very long time.
Because it's not good, yeah.
Well, to be fair, no. To be fair,
oh.
No, everyone's saying that there hasn't really been a good Halo game since Halo 3. And in their perspectives, I completely understand that. And I totally get where they're coming from, because 343 started, Halo 4 and Halo 5, and they really changed things up a lot.
Oh, so they're blaming basically 343.
They are blaming mostly 343. But in their defense, I think they made changes at a time where we needed those changes, right? Otherwise, Halo would just become one of those stale franchises that never does anything.
Yeah,
and 343 has admitted and said, hey, we didn't do a good, strong enough multiplayer in Halo 4. We didn't do a good, strong enough a campaign in Halo 5. And they said that they've invested a lot of time and listened to a lot of the community for Halo Infinite. And they're so confident in themselves that, again, they are hyping this game up so much. Mm-hmm. I've never seen this many tweets or announcements or Instagram photos or Facebook posts about Halo than I think maybe since Halo 3. Like this is starting to get bigger and bigger. And the merchandise connections with a company I never even heard of, Mondo. I subscribe to their freaking Instagram page because they're selling something that's Halo exclusive. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm there. Yeah, I'll buy it right now. Tomorrow or the day of the showcase, their Mega Constructs, Mattel is releasing like these Halo figurines of each model of each of the Master Chief models. And like, I want to be the first ones to get it. Yeah. So I'm going to sign up for that. And what's even more, I feel so happy about this was today. This is a Wednesday, we're recording this. They released a new art, and they've confirmed that it is the new box art for Halo Infinite.
Oh, that's what you posted, right?
That's what I posted, and that's what I sent you guys.
Gotcha.
What's more exciting though is, again, I think this is only going to resonate for those that have been obsessed with the franchise since the beginning. If you look at the box art for it, if you look at that picture, you can see a striking similarity to the original Halo Combat Evolved box art.
Really?
It is so similar. And a lot of people are using it like, man, Halo has really evolved. Like, if you look at them side by side, it is almost exact placements of certain things. And they have come, and 343 has come out and said that they want this to be like a spiritual reboot of the franchise. They want to bring the Halo community back again, just like people were happy to play Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Yeah.
And to see this picture this morning, and I mean, I'm gonna speak for you guys because I don't care what you guys say. You cannot say that that's an ugly picture at all. That is a goddamn ass beautiful picture.
Yeah, you said it evolved, like the combat evolved, right?
Well, that too. But it
bad joke.
It is so beautiful. I immediately put it on my desktop, not because I had a Halo one. Sure, I was like picking certain ones from the past E3 presentations, but this one they released wallpapers for phones and shit like that. That's why I put it on my Facebook. That's why I put it on my desktop. Like, and again, I look at social media. I'm curious what the community says. It is overwhelmingly positive. Even people that have come out and admitted, like, hey, I hated Halo 4 and Halo 5, but god damn, this looks so good. I'm coming back into this franchise. Like, I am going to give this an actual chance and stop hating 343 for what they supposedly done to the franchise. Like, this has brought me back in. Like, out of like 26, I'm making up a statistic. Out of like 50 tweets, maybe only one, you get that one person that's like, yeah, Halo's dead, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to play Fortnite. Yeah. Like, it has been overwhelmingly positive. People are really excited about it. And this is, for those Halo fans, this is bringing back that feel of, it's like the first Xbox all over again. We're getting a new console with a Halo launch, exclusive, and the box art is very similar to the original. It just feels like we're back at that original stage all over again. And there's so much more to it too. Like there's things, little details on the cover. People were pretty stoked when they saw the supposedly grappling hook on his arm. There's on the visor, if you look at it, there's some brutes in there. People again are going back to the banished group of brutes that we had talked about before. Yeah. There's the Wasp is making a return. Some people like the Wasp, although some people like the other flying vehicles more. But they're just happy to see that. Like, there was a lot of good. The community is, I think, even more happy than I've ever seen in a very long time, and I'm really excited. Obviously, if you can't tell, I'm really hoping that whatever they show at this showcase knocks us off our feet and brings everyone back together again.
My question is that they haven't. I mean, we don't. So far, I don't know anything.
We have not seen any gameplay.
Nothing what's going on with this game yet, right?
We've seen some concept art. All we have is really the E3 teaser trailers, and story. The only thing we have is the Banished, which is coming from Halo Wars 2. That's pretty much it. And so people are going rampant with theories and stuff like that. They were in Halo 2.
So the brutes were never in Halo 3, 1 or 2,
They were also in ODST.
They're in Halo 2.
So to clarify what I meant by spiritual reboot.
Okay.
When they came out and said it was a spiritual reboot, or they want a spiritual reboot of the franchise, Halo 2 and Halo 3 has probably brought in a lot more players than even Halo 1. And that's mostly because of the multiplayer. And people loved
Halo 2.
People loved the Halo 3 multiplayer, and people loved the look and the style of Halo 2 and Halo 3 as well. And if you can break down all of these trailers and even these pictures, these desktop papers and everything that they've been posting, it is very similar to Halo 2 and Halo 3, which are like the top creme de la creme of Halo. And that's what people are getting excited about, is like, it seems like 343 wants to recapture what those games were able to capture and bring them back now into this modern generation. So by spiritual reboot, they're taking what worked best in the old franchises, putting them in this one, and then adding their own spin to it to make it modernized. That's why the grappling hook was there. I think the grappling hook is, my concern for the grappling hook is I don't want to get it to be too Titanfall-y, because I was like, you got to do your own unique thing. You got to do your own unique thing with the grappling hook, but it's cool that you have a grappling hook, whether that's just an armor ability or a permanent thing. I don't think I'm going to really care that much. Yeah. But it's just exciting to see really a new style. It's hard to explain it, like an upgraded style of what we loved the most in the past.
Right. Okay. I'm excited. I would love to have that same feeling that I did when I first played Halo 2, and especially Halo 3.
Especially me.
You guys, I know you guys shit on it, but to me, Halo 3 I think Halo 3 had the best multiplayer. I fucking love it to this day. It brought so many good ass memories. Why I loved Halo back then. Halo 4, I really didn't care about. Really didn't like it that much, and I just didn't care about Halo 5. So I do want to go back and play all of them to understand the story a lot better, a lot more. I'm excited. Hopefully, it piques my interest.
Well, I do want to.
What about you,
go
Ham?
down a
Would
quick
it ever
rundown
pique
as
your
we talked about
interest?
everything. When you were talking about sort of, it resembled the cover of the first one. I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't remember the cover. Because I remember all of them, except for the first one. It was just like Master Chief,
Really?
like a big, almost third-person view of Master Chief. Almost all of them, right? He's like him with the guns, him like sliding down or something. It was just him. Whereas the first one was him in the center, right? And then other stuff around him, correct?
More or less.
And that's what you were saying about this one. It's like he if I'm remembering what you sent us, he is sort of in the middle and then there's other stuff around him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas, like I said, it was, the other ones were just his whole body and like a couple colors and that was it.
Right.
So now that you mentioned that, it's like, okay, I can see that now. Going back to the, what do you call it? The merchandise? Or what would you call
it? The merch.
Yeah, those toys. All right, you sent us a picture, a video, whatever it is. What is the maximum amount of money will you spend on on that? Because we don't know the price, right?
No, not yet. Yeah. They won't reveal it, I think, till tomorrow. But I've always been obsessed with Halo. I think the one I haven't been overly obsessed was when Halo 4 came out.
Yeah.
But when Halo 5 came out, I went over the top where I was literally buying anything that had Halo 5 stamped on it. I mean, maybe Mike might remember, but I was in GameStop like every other day buying something
you guys got
related.
It? You guys got it?
I was buying like watches, the journals, the pins, like the lanyards. Like I went overboard and I don't regret any of it. But right now I'm back in that phase where I'm like, I want to buy. I just recently bought one of the Mega Construct figurine things. Just one figurine because they released them, I guess, early. I don't know if it's early or not, but I was like, okay, well, on eBay, what's the most expensive one? So that way I don't have to buy eBay. I don't have to pay eBay price. That one, okay, cool. I'm gonna buy it right now. And and I didn't tell you this. Someone leaked. I don't know if this is real or not.
Oh, great.
But apparently Monster energy drinks are advertising like a double XP thing.
No Mountain Dew?
No, which is crazy, right? So I may or may not have stopped at a couple gas stations before we recorded this to see if they have those out yet or not. This was, I think, out in California that someone had it. It's nothing's confirmed about that one, but I was looking around for it just in case.
Okay.
My vision right now, because of their marketing, I think their marketing that they've been doing for this game has been super successful recently. Like, because they did this marketing late.
Yeah.
But it is really getting to everybody. So
right.
I'm 100% full steam ahead on this.
Yeah. So your answer sounds like you don't care how much it is. You're just gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And then what was the other part then?
Just want to make sure that we're in the same page.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last part I was gonna mention is, what if it's not just a regular, first-person shooter? I keep saying maybe it's a surprise MMORPG or maybe a different style. Who knows? Maybe like a RPG. How either would you be mad? I don't. If that's how they change the style of everything.
So you're talking about changing the genre of the game, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't mad when they did Halo Wars.
Yeah, but how much of Halo Wars did you play?
I played the first one. I played the first one a good amount of times. Okay.
How much did you play Halo 2? Halo Wars 2.
Halo Wars 1 had a lot of things going for it.
Exactly.
What's wrong with part 2?
Nothing.
Nothing really.
I probably played more than he did.
Oh yeah, I only played like the
Wow.
first 2 minutes of the game.
Oh,
Literally
God.
only the first 2 minutes of the game. But I think it's different though. That's an RTS game. That's a real time strategy game where you have.
That
It's
is
more of
completely
like
different, yes.
it's different than what you're saying is what an RPG could possibly be,
Yeah.
or even like a third person shooter could possibly be.
Yeah.
Like it's if they were to go the RPG route.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say like what, like Assassin's Creed did?
No, like Skyrim.
No, better.
I mean, if it's better than Assassin's Creed, then hell yeah. I'm
Yeah,
down for
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Definitely better.
Let's just say Skyrim.
Or even
'Cause
closer like Horizon Dawn. How about that, maybe?
Ooh, hey, you know.
No, like
Uh,
that, but Halo.
Oh, you big
Uh,
tease.
as long, yeah, I can see that working out.
Uh-huh.
It has to. Oh man, I'm obviously gonna edit like a huge chunk of this out.
Yeah, no, we're closer too.
Uh, here's my thing with the Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think mostly Halo 5 because a lot of people shit on Halo 5. A lot of people are saying Halo 5 was the worst one in the franchise, and I will say, if you are just a surface level Halo fan, not just saying a casual gamer, but even if you were a big Halo fan and you kind of followed even the spin-off series, I can understand why you're disappointed and why you think it's the worst game. I'm not saying it's the best either. I'm just saying I really enjoyed it because it put together a lot of elements from other spin-off titles, not just from the games, but from the books,
Mm-hmm.
from like the Spartan Strike and Spartan Assault.
No.
Not 2D, but like over the top, like what's the word I'm looking for? Top down view, like game. Gotcha. It's like it's more of an arcade game.
Yeah.
It took, even from the comics, it took a little bit of all these media things and put them together to make what I thought was a really cool story. Now the marketing was bad behind it. I can agree with people on that. They really marketed that game, the game didn't come out the way that it was hyped up to be. But I still enjoyed it. I liked Team Locke's team. Probably also more so because Nathan Fillion was Buck, and it was good. Yeah. I was happy to see Buck. Whoever plays ODST can't tell me that Buck was one of their favorite, Marines in that game. Sure. And so to see him as a Spartan was even cooler. I did like I got to see Blue Team, because if you read the books, the Blue Team, that's his original team from when he trained. And it was awesome to see them all together. I loved Halo 5, and I think their multiplayer is great. Halo 4 is probably the least memorable one, and I think that was just because maybe 343 was really testing a lot of different things, and some of it stuck, but not enough to make an impact, at least for me. I'm not saying the game was bad, because I do enjoyed what I played. I liked the campaign for sure. It was cool to see the Forerunners. That was something new that they tried. And I think they did it better in Halo 5, and I feel very hopeful for Halo Infinite, because it just seems like the way they even talk about the game, the messages they send out, it seems like they put their heart and soul into this, and they seem really excited to see what the fans think about it.
So to celebrate the new Halo game coming out, you should definitely build the Mega Block and just focus on the Mega Block.
I've never seen you this worried about this goddamn bet.
I blame the pandemic. If the pandemic didn't happen,
damn, I haven't played the last 3 nights. I'm told you I'm not going to make it to 152. I'm not.
Focus.
It'd be a miracle if I can make it to 152.
Focus on the Mega Block. You haven't even touched the Mega Block, have you?
I would like for you to make it.
Get an Xbox, buy Halo 5. And then I'll play online with you every night.
Yeah. Do that.
We'll stream it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy
it. And that's how so in general, though, I'm really excited for the Halo Infinite game to come out. I am a little upset that it's only going to be campaign, because I really want to see what the multiplayer is like, because I think I want to be frequent with the multiplayer this come around, this at least for this next game. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they do more mini events and things like that.
Yeah, and hopefully it piques my interest for Halo for sure. Because I would like for it to be. I would like to come back and play some Halo.
Cortana, hit me up. I hope to see you again. Don't leave me on red and ghost me like last time.
I love you, bitch.
Again, if you want to listen to us talk about the Xbox Game Showcase, you can find us on anywhere you listen to your podcasts, mainly Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. At Drunk Cop and a Teacher, that's mainly where we talk about our big game and movie reviews and things like that. And so we'll catch you there.
Love you guys.
So long, suckers.